Hello, and welcome. Oh, welcome back. Yeah, man, been gone a while. Yeah, this is like a sales, man. I only make videos when there's $200 a day or more in sales wise. Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on. I don't know what I'm talking to myself. It's like I'm a Ryan George video. But welcome back. It's been a couple days. Um, Music. All right, cut to the chase real fast. So at the 1280 something that I said is what it was. Oh, my name's Derek, and I sell physical media on eBay. Um, it's well, we'll just go 90 times 90, more than that. 110%, 1010, 1000, 1100% less. There we go. Then, roughly, then of what I said in that video. So my total redeemed that I got was $1.55. Couple folds on that. One, stuff gone. B, it was bottom of the barrel. It's like trying to get somebody to buy a penny that's cut in half. Like buy it for a penny, dude. It's worth half that, and even at that, it's not even worth that. I sold somebody a bunch of busted up, broke. Well, not really. They weren't broken or bad. It was just a bunch of stuff sitting around. A couple boxes of stuff gone. So I believe there were 4 responses. 3 on that video and another one on a subsequent video. Any of you 4, um, you you know the situation and the rules of where I put that up at. So anything in my store, whatever it may be, just come in sometime, whenever. Don't come in like 4 years from now and be like, hey, remember that one? No, just the sooner the better. And just let me know that you responded with what you responded with. I remember the results. And for all 4 of the respondents, I'll give you guys just a $10 off anything from the store. So again, I was figuring that maybe there'd be a lot of responses, and I'd be out a bunch, so I wouldn't be able to give out a whole bunch. But $40 of refunds from me to whoever wants to buy stuff from me, cool beans. The more you buy, the more you get. I guess that's the sense. Anyhow, that would make sense. Oh yeah, I keep drinking water, and I keep getting more hydrated. Just don't drink too much. So today, actually, let me get this. And just give an idea of what needs to go out. So I was supposed to have had 3 packaged up for today. I'll just go in and I'll just print the label and just get the stuff tomorrow. But that because today is the day that the label has to be printed. It doesn't have to be scanned today. So there was 3 things, 3 of the totality of stuff, and still no sales since I pretty much did what I had to do this morning. I took off, I don't know, like 11 o'clock. And went down and sold my watches. I'll get to that. All right. So refreshed. Watch the little search bar up here, little progress bar. 7 items for 159. And the last thing that came in, uh, yeah, the last thing that came in was 8:46 a.m. Almost 12 hours. That's this that. Oof. But tomorrow, there could be 900 of sales. Back to that. But 3 days in a row now of something. Yeah, there was something. That's why way when ago, and I really wasn't. I'm not even anywhere near what James Hoff's, whatever his name is, at My Boring Reseller. I mean, he's got 50, 70, 80, 100,000 things listed, and he knows, like, if I have this, and this is stuff that people absolutely want, and he's used to selling roughly 30 a day. The next thing you know, there's 3 days in a row where it's 7 a day. Something's wrong. A couple really, really slow days is incremental in the span of an entire year. So 581 at Salvation Army, and I got a bunch. 3, more than that. 8, 11, more. It was more than that. She just types stuff up. Basically anything that's going to have these little stickers. Got that. And there might be a couple that don't have the stickers. Village Discount Outlet. $1.28 for two things. I want to say what it was, and then the Goodwill $5.34 for five things. 60 cents a CD, or she typed it up as VHS. I did get a VHS from there. All right. So, so a little more than a year ago, when I was down at the Salvation Army in Fairlawn Copley, the same Salvation Army where I ended up meeting a guy where I went down to Canton and I bought a big bunch of DVDs from him. That same place, I ran into somebody who I've otherwise known from going to those thrift stores. Not really known, just like a loose tie type of person. Like, oh, yeah, I recognize you. I know who you are. I know what you do. But outside of that, nothing. So when I saw him down there like a year ago, I was like, hey, I'm going to be flushing out some of my inventory, and I have some watches. And I know he's always been a watch guy. And so that I would talk to him at the turn of the year, which had been the turn of last year. And I never caught him. So then, a couple of those watches have sold in that time frame, and I end up with a few others, in like the Invictas and the Bulova that I got. And so I talked to him and sent him a picture, and he goes, "I want everything but that Peugeot watch, and $160." I'm like, well, I paid $160 for this, the other Invicta, and the Bulova combined, and the other watch is $2, $3, $4 that have been sitting around for years. All right, $160. You get me lunch, because he owns the property in the building of where a restaurant is at. So he just goes in there like, hey, give me this. 160 plus lunch, and it was just a small fish sandwich and a handful of fries, real small. So I don't want a lot. And you take the Peugeot for free. Deal. All right, so $160. So I got my money back on the watches. So if anything, whatever the something cost was that I had in those other watches, is essentially this. So $30. I paid $30 for a $250 new watch. All right. And I've had this for a while. So we ended up with some bread and butter. And I guess you can call it a zinger. Oh, you know what? I got this. This is Time Life. Sounds like 1984. I got this put in the car. And being that otherwise I paid wherever I got charged at Salvation Army, $1 maybe, less than $1, 99 cents. Or, I mean, a lot of the stuff she gave me half off. So 8675309. So that's on here. That's not that. But that was Tommy Two-Tone. I think that's Tommy Two-Tone. But I just got that to listen to the car and just never took that out. So when I'm done listening to it, I don't know what it'll be worth. But if I can get $8 out of the CD that I paid $1 for, means I got my money back. Tom Rush. Don't know. Very just kind of basic looking. But it was enough. And when I flipped on the back, I was kind of able to see it looks like an older backing. And this would be 1989. So, looks like an indie. I don't know who he is, so it could be someone not completely indie at all. Oh, get out of airplane mode. But it's definitely old enough and old enough look and stuff. Like, well, see what happens. And this is where, I go through hundreds and hundreds of CDs, and I'm just looking, and this is something that's just basic enough, especially if I'm going to be paying $1. Waiting for the eBay to catch up. Verizon says the software issue caused last week's major network outage. Yeah, that was definitely weird. Every once in a while, the internet will get kind of choppy here, and usually I just restart the white box. But it wasn't doing anything, and then it would work, and then it would go out. So if you have Verizon, you know what I'm talking about. Anyhow, $25 for this. Actually, they have on here 1990, and I am not saying there's no 1990 on this. right? So why? I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. The one that is down here that has 1989 that's sealed, that's a different story. That year difference could be the difference. It could be this specific year there were only 10,000 made. In 1990 there are 500 million of them made. I'm just exaggerating here, but still, get the point. Scarcity. Sing an Irish Christmas. Grab and scan because it's sealed. And it's like $20 if I remember right. I don't know what that was. $18 sealed. All I want is sold. $18. Right? All right. So I have two of these. And they're both sealed, and one has the barcode and one does not. So does that make a difference? Actually, both of them kind of have, like the whole back, this information down here is a bit different. But just scanning, I think, was enough for me to constitute paying $1 or what would be less. So there are $10 open, 9 listed, 7 sealed, about that price, 10, $12. And 4 sold new for less than 10. But can I put them up for 10, $12? Yeah. Am I going to lose money? No. This is a Chris Isaac CD signed. I don't remember if this one, I didn't look it up like this. I just looked up Chris Isaac signed, and they do sell, different CDs of his, 15 to $30. That was $1. Lou Christie. So this one may come up. This one may come up different with this phone because I had the lock filters set differently than my phone. All right, so that comes up scanned as $80. I hit sold, and I don't think anything came up. Lou Christie hits. Now, when I'm on the computer, it's easier for me to type the hyphen and minus greatest and hyphen and minus berry and things like that. So I do a lot of that minus and then the word. That way I can narrow down what the actual thing is not. So it's not a record, all right? And the fact that what comes up here and it looks older, it's 2007, it looks older, and there's a vinyls of it. It lets me know it's a little older artist. Hits. We're down here. We keep going around. Lou Christie, White Soul Man, includes Two-Face. So I'm trying to find the exact one. And it's those 3 words. Lou Christie hits. None of these are matching up. Now we're at $35, $40. None of them matching up. But that one for $80. So just on the cursory, when I'm at the store and I see it's like, oh, that's the only one that's there, it's listed for $80, it's going to definitely keep my I'm going to be more peaked. My interest will be more peaked. Still not it. 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 Now, if I go the hits, no, that should have been copy all, but it's all right. Copy. Let's go in here to the hits. Let's put on the hits. So it goes up to 67 so far. I'm not sure if that's the exact one. I'm still not. So these are all within the 30 range. So 30, $40 maybe. This is Cassie. Self-titled promo. Now, sometimes to ensure that it is a promo, it will have promo on it. And promos, a lot of times, will have a different number or just a whole different face, a whole different face of the CD. CD does sell like $8-10, but it's a promo, so maybe 20. I don't know. Paid $1 maybe. Richard Harris, Man of Words, Man of Music, The Anthology, 1968 to 74. I don't know who Richard Harris is. Someone. A lot of times when I say I don't know who that is, some people comment like, "Oh, it's this guy. He sang for this person or that one." So this one I did look up because the barcode itself didn't relay much of anything. I think it came up like $170 or 85 and basically 90. When you hit sold just on the barcode, nothing. Richard Harris. And it's amazing because I just typed these things in not too long ago. It should still be in there. Richard Harris. Man, words. Elvis Presley maybe just sold. Woohoo, $12. All right, so Richard Harris, Man Words. Brand new. Almost $90. Going here, so am I going to pay $1 for that? If there was no sales history, yeah, I'd still pay $1 for it. But for the most part, I'm not really wanting to. Just hold on to something, but it's high enough priced. And go into condition, basically everything but brand new, $70, and then it goes to 40 and 50 and 40. 50, $60. The Wiggles, I think that one was like 30. This Wiggles one. Sing a song of the Wiggles or something. Sing a song of Wiggles. This Curve, Public Fruit. From the episode Fayette Accompli Extended. Released February of 1992. So I think that Curve is a band. Scan it, nothing. I think. I know stuff. So maybe I had to hand type it. Curve Fruit. Go into CDs. Most likely going to be down here, there. 9 results. Nope, not records. 8 results. Not the one. And then here we are, $25. Chris Isaac. Oh, I already went through those, huh? That's good. Oh, I didn't go through all of them. And this Peter Frampton Comes Alive 1 and 2. Do you feel the way I do? Sing it now. Do you? 1 and 2. 1 itself, not much. 2 itself, not much. When was the last time I found Peter Frampton live? 2? Never. So got the 2 of them. Christopher Cross makes you jump. Chris Cross. Not that one. This is a sealed original pressing, 1979. Sealed at the store for $1. $30. I don't think I finished looking this one up. I think I just grabbed this Veggie Penguins. I usually don't do Penguins or Veggie Tales sealed. There's still some that can get good money of them. I just don't put my eyes on them that much. And there's one listed for like $11. I got, I was about to say Shenanigans. Oh, Shenanigans. Clean tape. Played maybe a couple times. And who was I just watching? Was it Ramsey about VHS? He just sold a bunch of. There's something that he said. If it was from that video, I mean, it's something bad. Whatever it was, something about VHS. It's like, yeah, man, there's still plenty out there, and people want them. All right, so recent sold there was 8. Right, so the mean price is 15 and above. Brand new is 25, used is 20. $20. Gold diggers. One you're going to catch on here is down on the bottom. This is a screener with Casper's, the movie Casper with Christina Ricci and My Girls Ann Klumsky, starring an exciting adventure for all ages, Gold Diggers. But it's a screener. Let's strike it rich with Gold Diggers on May 14th, 1996. 24 karat cast. That's funny. Since it has no barcode, and the movie does sell, it's a screener. I don't think anybody had any screeners. What is it worth? 20, 30, 40, 50. I don't know. I got to research some more, but very clean. I think it was Ramsey. Now that I'm talking about this, I think it was Ramsey. He was just mentioning something about the promos and the screeners and stuff. Not all of them, but I'll tell you what, there's less screeners than there are of the mass-produced commercial ones, commercial VHS and other screeners. This is Mancation. Don't ask me. I didn't make up the word. For $1, I think it was like $15. Yeah, about $15. Halo, red versus blue. I found a bunch of different red versus blues. Quite a few years ago. It's about $15. Boys Life 2. Sold these ones before. There's different ones, obviously. This one I think is listed like $30. And it's disc only. We're running down here, and it's not going to be too bad. Probably 25 minutes. So this is one I'm not going to hand type, right? However, Alan Kardec. And all I typed in is Evangelio. And as I'm looking, there's none really with this graphic. I went into Terapeak. There's a couple of these that sell or that have sold for about $30, like $25. So the 60 cents I paid for it. If it sits around for a year and it just never sells, it was 60 cents. Will it sell? I'll put a bid on it, yeah, because it is a much older edition and it's Spanish. The other two are these. I want to say this one is like $60, $70, and that one's more like $35. This is one of those instances where I will put the two together, different authors, same topic, same word, so I don't have to write it multiple times. I can just go with the quarterback and maybe use a semicolon, and then pro or the and pro, however I vary it up, and then Y.A. Tittle and Tex Mall, put those two together for $70, $80. More research. And then the Cool Zinger. There we go. Look, book, nothing on the spine. You like that visual texture, right? So it's difficult to read what it is. You might be able to right there. But this is called Christian Minister Possessive Manual. So this one, Salvation Army, so 50 cents, maybe not even. Type this one in is, now I forget what I said. Christian Ministers Manual. 67 come up. This is leather. It looks like a 10th printing, 1991. All right, one was 23. The other one, this is 1995, burgundy leather, $85. Looks like that one there. So far, I'm not going to keep digging into it because it took a bunch of time for me to do that. Now, there's hardcovers. Now, if I go in, select all, copy. Oh, maybe everything not working right is due to that CME, that coronal mass ejection that happened a couple days ago. It's actually the largest one that's happened in the past like over 20 years. And yes, there were some technological disruptions that happened. All right, here we go. This is excellent. All right, so on here, it's difficult for this to really come up, but I could tell by on how this image right here, it kind of looks like it has this I, and it has the same thing. I, as in the letter I, has the same thing. That's 175. That's 145. That's 140. It's 130, 130, 130, 125, 50 cents. So how'd that turn out? Actually pretty good for what, the 10 bucks? 5, 11 and some change. 12, 13 bucks. There's 100 easily right there. Another 70, say 30, 200. I say 20 bucks average for roughly for the rest. For 600, maybe a tad more because a couple of these CDs are 50 bucks. All right. I think here. So again, yeah, I'll just print up the labels and I'll just show what the labels got printed up for tomorrow. That's not much of anything. It's those 3 things. Then whatever else is for today. And as of right now, it again looks like if you're in the desert, you see the mountains way afar. Each little bit that you're walking doesn't seem like you're really getting there because you're still seeing the mountains from afar. In an analogous way, it's the same thing a lot of times with like reselling and stuff. Like, you know that it's there. You know that mountain, the year-end sales is there. And every single day you're making your steps to that mountain range. It seems fruitless sometimes when you're like, man, it's still there. It's still there. And I'm doing all this work and I'm not getting it. Yeah, you are. You're getting closer. It just seems like slow days really get... All that came in my head is it's raining on your wedding day. It's like the 5 o'clock pardon from Isn't that ironic? So, never give up, never surrender. Like what you heard, what you saw, like what you learned. Tenacity. Keep going at something, although in the face of adversity and slow things. Keep going at it. Keep going at it. And 3 days combined, which would otherwise be well over 1,000 for me, is not even 200 bucks. Tenacity. Keep going up. Keep listening. Keep listening. So, my wife just came down and told me about this murder that's going on. I didn't grab my phone on time, but they're still coming in from all over, all directions. It is 31 degrees out. I hear a train. Now they're all down at, like over here. They were all over on those trees. There are still a bunch. There they are. I can hear them. So we get the birds, possums, coons, all those Yeah, I can hear the train on the tracks. Actually, there it goes. Tell me anything going up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. It's all free. Hey, help me so we can help other people. Appreciate it. Thank you.